What's cracking, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time we have an any match against Thomas, and Thomas, thank you so much for the game. His information will be down below, guys, so definitely hit him up on Twitter for a game. Anyways, let's have a look at the teams. But before we even do that, the Molga as well as the Matang that you can see right in front of you were both bred for me by Marcus, aka the Pussy Destroyer. So bro, thank you so much for those two Pokemon. I really appreciate it. Both you and Trent have been coming through for me with regards to breeding, so I really appreciate it, guys. Like, you know what? I need to make note of this. I need to make note of it. I'm going to add you guys onto my secret list of secret lovers. Whatever, let's just have a look at the rest of the Pokemon. So I've got my Kadabra, Golurk, Kingler, as well as the Cacturn. He's got the Furfrou, which is one Pokemon that I'm also looking to try and get. Scyther, Mischievous, Rotom-Fap, Abra, so that's pretty cool. Brownie points for you for using Abra, bro. We actually have like an Abra-Kadabra thing going on. And he also has the Leopard, and I know Leopard can get up to a lot of mischief. I have one, and I know the potential movesets that it can run. So I figured he might in fact lead off with his Leopard, so I'm going to send out my Emolga and probably switch out if I don't like the matchup. And he does in fact send out the Leopard, and he goes straight for the substitute. Amazing. Leopard is an excellent, very fast prankster user, so literally for a quarter of your HP you can pretty much scout out whatever your opponent's going to do. I think that's fairly awesome. I think that's a good trade. So I go straight for the U-turn. Thankfully Emolga's attack stat is not so low. It's able to break the sub, and I'm going to go straight into my stub, my Cacturn, because Cacturn doesn't mind really a knockoff. It doesn't really mind also being Thunder Wave, because Cacturn is pretty slow as it is. It's a cactus after all. Those things just grow so damn slow. So now I'm going to go for the lovely Drain Punch. I break through, which is awesome. Does a good amount of damage. I get back, well, I don't get back HP because of the Rocky Helmet. But either way, the leftovers is going to bring me back almost to full HP. And it looks like one more knockoff, one more Drain Punch, my mistake, will take out his Leopard. But he wants to save his Leopard for later, because that prankster is definitely awesome to have laying around in your team. So of course he's going to bring in the Scyther, which resists the Drain Punch by 4, which is crazy. And I'm like, now what do I do now? Do I just let the Scyther take me out now? Because any bug attack is going to one-shot my Cacturn. Cacturn does not like taking any type of hits from Scyther, but I'm going to keep Cacturn around. That Sucker Punch is definitely going to be useful. So I go straight into my defensive wall, which is the Atom, the real steel. And this Aerial Ace does quite a bit of damage, but it's okay. It looks like it might be a 3-8 KO. I don't know. But now I am safe to go and finally put up my mid-game Stealth Rocks. That's what I go for now. It's going to be useful, especially since now he switched out his Scyther. So when he brings back in his Scyther, that's going to lose a lot of HP. So in comes the Furfrou, and this thing is such a tank, especially when it goes for Cotton Guard. That is why I really want to get to it. It doesn't deserve to be an NU, guys. Why is it an NU? So he goes for the Toxic. He obviously realizes that this is my defensive wall. He gets the Toxic off, so the lifespan of my poor Atom has been severely reduced. So I go straight for the Drain Punch. I mean, I do have Earthquake, but I wanted to find out how much the Drain Punch would do, and it's always nice knowing that you're getting back a little bit of HP. But it does not do enough. It's not looking like I'm making much progress. I should rather, you know, the best move, honestly, is just to go for the Stab Earthquake and get off that extra damage, even if it's at the cost of not getting back any recovery in terms of the Drain Punch. But you know what? Let me switch out. Let me just save my defensive wall for a bit later, especially with the Scyther still being around. So I'm going to go straight into my Matang. And Matang, oh my gosh, awesome. This is such a badass Pokemon. He goes for the Protect, obviously trying to Toxic Storm me, which is fantastic. So I basically got a free switch into my Matang. Free switches are always the best. So now he brings in his weight, his Thunderous, what? His Leopard again. And I know this thing is probably going to want to go for like a knockoff or something, but I do just go straight for the Power Up Punch, which is fantastic. He maybe thought that I was going to go for like a Zen Headbutt, you know, that's why he brought in his Leopard. Good prediction, I guess, in his part, reasonable play. But the Power Up Punch is going to take it out, and I'm now at a +1 attack. How fantastic is that? So now he brings in his Bay, his Banshee Bay, and I do not want to take a Shadow Ball from this thing. I want to keep my tank for a bit later, because the Power Up Punch is definitely going to help against the Furfrou. So I go straight into the Cacturn, expecting a potential Will-O-Wisp, which is what he does go for, but I am already status, which is fantastic. Finally, that status, paralysis status is actually helping me out right now. He goes back into his Scyther, probably predicting another, or maybe a Dark Attack, or maybe even a Drain Punch, I don't know, but I wouldn't go for a Drain Punch as Mischievous anyway. But I'm going to get up a free sub, because I know he's not going to want to stay on my, on my Cacturn, because the Dark type move is pretty obvious. But now I'm going to go straight for the Sucker Punch, which is fantastic, because I break through the paralysis. You know what? Cacturn does not give a shit about being paralyzed, guys. He is breaking through. Not once did I get hacks. Did I? I can't even remember. I don't think so. But I'm looking pretty damn good behind the sub right now. He brings in his Brain Pop. pop his brain. And I'm hoping this Abra knows a little bit more than teleport, but you will see now that he does. He has a focus sash, and it's actually a pretty good Pokemon. Its stats aren't that bad compared to Kadabra. He's gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam. Of course, it is gonna break the sub, because I am weak to that, in fact. But now I'm in a pretty good position to actually take out the Abra, because I can go for another Sucker Punch. You know, it's all a matter of whether or not I'm going to break through the paralysis. But he does not want to lose his Kadabra right now. He decides to switch out, obviously predicting another Sucker Punch, which is what I do go for. I do break through, which is sad. I wish he stayed in. But I'm not too upset. He brings in his Delta, and I'm like, this thing is going to go for an Air Slash. What do? Do I just stay in, which is what I decide to do, and go for a Sucker Punch just to try and get some damage off? But he goes for the Air Slash, which is going to clean one-shot me. Poor Cacturn, but you know what? Cacturn did a lot of work this game. I'm pretty happy with the work that Cacturn put in. So now I'm gonna go into my Sharinga, my Kadabra. I'm gonna go for the Psychic. By judging by the amount of damage this does, this tells me honestly that he is like a especially defensive Delta. His Rotom is especially defensive, but I do pack the Psyshock so that I can go for that. But he surprises me with the Confide. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a Pokemon use Confide on me before. But luckily enough, I do have the Encore, so I'm going to be able to Encore him into Confide. And I don't mind that right now, because he's going to be able to get another one. He's going to be locked into that move for 3 turns. And I'm going to be able to switch out right now and go into, you know what, I'm going to go into Metang, because Metang has that ability that is finally, I mean, like, I hardly ever get to use this ability, but like, finally, Clear Body is coming through. How great is that? So he's going to switch out now because he's not making much progress. And he's going to go straight to his Banshee Bay. I'm going to go straight for the powerful Beachy Mash. Get some good damage off. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-hit KO depending on the damage roll. But he sets up Nasty Plot. He's looking to potentially sweep. And at this point in time, I was like, you know what? I might as well go for a Medium Mash. And let's see if I can survive. Let us see if I can survive a potential Shadow Ball. I do have the Bullet Punch as well, but it's just so damn sad. I mean, literally, I think he hung on with 1 HP. Honestly, bro, you have to comment down below. Was it 1 HP? Was it? I don't know. It was sad to see Metang go, but you know what? Metang, you put in some good work there. Y2K bug right there. I don't know if you guys were ever clued up on the Y2K bug. Anyways, I'm going to be able to go into my Kadabra. I'm going to be able to outspeed, and I get a crit, a very important crit, and I'm going to be able to take out his Mischievous with the Shadow Ball. Fantastic. So now he brings in his Rotom, and I'm going to be able to go for the Psyshock. I will be able to outspeed because he's not running the Choice Scarfer set, and this should be able to one-shot him because he is in fact especially defensive. Good stuff there, Kadabra, coming through for me clutch once again. He brings back in his Jeanette, his Furfro, and at this point in time I was fairly confident that I did have the game. I'm going to go for the Psyshock. I felt like he's probably a defensive one. I should have went for the Psychic, but anyways, I decided to go for the Psychic. He goes for the U-turn. It's going to bring me almost down to my sash, almost a non-stab U-turn. That's just how powerful it is. Kadabra is an absolute. Kadabra is the definition of a glass cannon. So he brings in his Brain Pop. I'm not too sure. I think he kind of forfeited at this point in time. I'm going to be able to one-shot this thing with with the Psyshock. Maybe he thought I would have went for an Encore or something. Possibly. I don't know. But either way, he's going to bring back in his Furfro, his last Pokemon. And I'm going to be able to go now for the... He's going to go for the Protect. Stalling me out. He doesn't even have leftovers. So I don't know what the plan is right now. But he protects himself. I'm going to be able to follow that up with another Psyshock. I could have went for the Psychic, but nevertheless, I am going to be able to take out the Furfro. And that is the game. Thanks so much, Thomas. That was a really fun game. Really good one. Really enjoyed it. Guys, question of the video today. So I want to find out, what are you getting up to this weekend? So as you can see, look at my face. I have like a baby smooth face right now because I'm going for a dinner right now. And you know what? Chicks like a well-groomed man. You know, that just that gets them. That gets the ladies. So have an awesome one, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.